Hey, everybody, it is so nice to be seen again. It is 2024. It's been 2024 for a few months now. I understand that, but as I'm sure many of you are feeling, if not all of you, it is racing by. This is, we're recording this in March, late March, and we're starting a new season of EP Mixers. First one is going to be in Las Vegas during ISC West on Thursday, April 11th, from 6 to 10 p.m. at SG Bar. So if you haven't registered, please get registered. There'll be a link somewhere on this site. But today, we're talking to one of our first time sponsors, the wonderful husband and wife team of Viplomat Protection based in Colorado. And that is Mario Jaraba and Catherine Luther. And today, we have with us Catherine to tell us a little bit about Viplomat Protection. I'm sorry, Catherine, how are you doing? Thank you for being here.
I'm doing great, Craig. It's such an honor to be here with you and to have this opportunity to kind of connect and share and be part of the EP Mixer. We're excited.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited too. I know we had met. Oh boy, it was not. I don't think it was the last mixer. It was the mixer before. It was 20. It was 2022. Or
Yeah, the IPSB conference
okay,
2022. That's the first time we met. Yeah.
great. Yeah, no, that's cool. Thank you. Thanks for connecting and saying hi and all that jazz. And I appreciated that. And so I'm happy to have you here. And it's kind of not that it's come full circle, but certainly, the first conversation led to this, led to you sponsoring. You guys are off and running, and from what I hear, it's going pretty well. So, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise of whatever you may have to tell us. So please tell us about yourselves. Tell us about Viplomat, where you are, licensed, just whatever is important to you that we know.
Right. So yeah, Mario, the founder and president of the company Viplomat Protection, he was working as a contractor here in Colorado as an independent contractor. And as he was doing that, he kind of realized like, hey, there is a huge lack of individuals who are capable of doing high-end executive protection services, and so because he saw that need, he's like, you know what, instead of trying to get other people to meet the need, let's start our own company. So that's what birthed the idea of Viplomat Protection. And it's kind of in the name, it's like VIP and like diplomat married together,
Yeah,
for that first word
love
and
it.
everything. So that's where the inspiration for the business came, and we got off and running. Mario has over 15 years of experience in the security industry and over 7 years of experience specifically to executive protection. So he brings a wealth of knowledge to the industry. And then I, as the managing director of our company, I have over 9 years of experience as an EMT. I worked in the field for a long time. And then I also did like flight attendant services and stuff. So I bring like that really good critical thinking, emergency response thinking, but also customer service, because that's what's really important to these high-end clients is they don't only want you to protect them, but they also want that white glove service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how
Yeah.
we kind of married both of our skill sets to make this company successful. And as far as like where we operate, we're an executive protection company based firm, excuse me, an executive protection firm based in Colorado. We have different licensures. It's very district specific here in Colorado. Unfortunately, we don't have a statewide license, which is just
Okay.
more of a headache for us. But we do have the licenses we need to function in different jurisdictions like Colorado Springs and Denver.
Mm-hmm.
There are other jurisdictions that don't require it. So we're always very careful to keep up on like the laws and the current standards whenever we're working in a certain jurisdiction and everything. And so we are expanding, however, but Mario has licenses in a couple of different states and we are doing some travel assignments. So that's something that's always available. So that's kind of our company in a nutshell, who Mario and I are. So
Sure. Yeah. And I'd heard that about Colorado. There's a number of, I don't know a big number, but there's other states that are kind of like that. It's like you can work here but not here, but you can get licensed here. But there's a lot going on there. So good for you for sticking to it, doing the right thing. Hey, we can't go everywhere, but we can. But I know that but there's the bigger places that you are, Denver, like you say, Colorado Springs, like that's all good stuff to know. So,
mhm.
as the year, as we're coming into honestly the second quarter here of 2024, what are you guys excited about? For the rest of the year or for the next quarter, or this month, like what's happening?
So one, we're excited to be at the EP Mixer next month. Uh, that's something we're super excited about, and also
Yeah.
attending the conference, the ICS West conference. We're excited about that as well. As far as Viplomat Protection as a company, um, with running the risk of sounding a little bit cliche, we are really excited this year to up our level of how we protect our clients, looking at how to be innovative in protecting our clients and staying up to date and current and having good skill sets, for protecting our clients well. We're also really focusing in on how to build our client base here in Colorado. We're still considered a young company, so we're working hard to get our foothold, get our brand recognition out there, and continue to give that exemplary service, which is going to spread with word of mouth like wildfire, hopefully. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's always the thing. I mean, I talk about networking ad nauseum for most, I would think, because I'm such a big believer in it. But word of mouth marketing, while maybe not the most popular, is still the most effective. When somebody you trust tells you that's the guy, that's the gal, that's who you should be talking to, that goes so much, that goes so far, so much
Yeah.
further than nobody. I don't know who's Googling executive protection outside of people that are looking for training. They're it's all almost the same search term. It's just depending on what we're doing and things like that. So the word of mouth is wildly important in that. So good for you for one recognizing that, two kind of focusing on what it is. So because we are doing this is kind of a get to know you session. We've heard about you, where you are, what you're excited about. Why did you decide to sponsor the mixer?
So we are excited about what you and Christian West are doing with the EP Mixer. And so we wanted to be a part of that. We didn't want to just attend the EP Mixer. We wanted to be a part of the EP Mixer. That was
Awesome.
something that was important to us. And we also see how you and Christian West are really focusing in on creating those connections in the EP industry, because we know that it attracts a certain kind of individual that has a hard time talking and has a hard time kind of promoting themselves, and also opening up those lines of communication. And so we think it's really great that you guys are wanting to create that community, that communication, that camaraderie and stuff. And so we wanted to be a part of that too. We wanted to help it open up the gateway for people to feel like it's okay to promote your business. It's okay to be seen, be heard. And it's not just for the big players, it's for the people who are getting started too.
Well, and boy, that last part pointed, right? Because there's so many small businesses in this industry. There's so many there's one man shows, right? And then there's the small business that has, maybe they have a couple contractors, but maybe they have a smaller staff. And anything smaller than a giant is like small business in this industry. And
Right.
a lot of times as a part of a small protection for myself, we're doing a lot of work that is coming through the bigger company. So at the end of the day, we're the ones that are executing. And so and it's important that we are all talking and having conversation and who's available and what are you finding, discussing the trends or as business owners the challenges of what's going
Right.
on, or what are we listening to the people that are on the ground, and on and on and on, right? We could dissect that all day long, as I'm sure that and have had probably those conversations with people other than me before today. So I appreciate your perspective.
Oh,
But
thank you.
yeah, no, absolutely. So where is it that we can learn more about Diplomat protection?
So we have a website that is up and running and ready for people to go check it out. And it is simply our name. So diplomatprotection.com. Simple as that. You Google that, it's going to come right up. We are also on Instagram, and our handle is Diplomat Protection, just straight like that. No spaces altogether.
Gotcha.
And then also on LinkedIn, Diplomat Protection. So those are like our three main area places where you can find us, or you can interact with us. If anybody was to message us through one of those platforms, we would see it and we would respond. And
Yeah,
we try and have our services posted in those locations too. So yeah,
great.
that's where you can find us.
Well, then also they can find you on Thursday night in Vegas,
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
Thursday, April 11th. Yeah, yeah, and on the floor too. So for those of you that are listening, if this, if you'd like to get in touch with Catherine, Mario, Diplomat Protection, reach out to them, get something set up ahead of time, like taking meetings, understanding that they're going to be there. If you're going to be there, and you would like to connect, like, get something on the books ahead of time. You bump into people on the floor, but also too, a lot of times it's last minute. Maybe you have a plan, maybe you don't, but having a plan before you get there is always awesome. So anyway,
Right.
well, listen, Catherine, thank you so much for taking the time. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you want to talk about, or are you good, or how you feeling about this conversation?
The only last thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to cover, because it's kind of a little bit of an enigma, the services we do offer, because
Mhm.
that's something that, okay, so obviously we offer executive protection,
Yeah.
but there's more too,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As well as and stuff. And so our company also does offer secure transportation. So that
Okay.
would be like vehicle services. It's very common for people to want to go from like Denver to Aspen or Denver to Vail, or CEOs to need to be picked up at the Denver International Airport and be taken to like meetings and stuff. So we offer secure transportation for those kind of occurrences. Workplace violence, unfortunately, as we have seen, is also
Hmm.
on the rise, and stuff, with a lot of hostile terminations and stuff. So we also cover workplace violence, hostile terminations, private investigations. That's kind of for the lawyer sector and stuff. But we also have individuals on our roster that are equipped and certified to do private investigations. And then lastly, uniform guard services. It's not the fancy glamorous side of the protection industry, but it's a
Sure.
necessary part, and
Yeah.
we also offer it as well. So
Awesome. Great. Yeah, and that's absolutely something I should have probably asked earlier. So I appreciate you stopping me and bringing that up. That's important. And like you said, that's a broad swath of what you do. And it's they can all feed into each other, right? I mean, to a point. But anyway, regardless, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you in Vegas.
exactly, we look forward to seeing you and many more people there.
Appreciate that, folks. Listen, please get yourself registered. Come meet Catherine. Come meet Mario. Talk about what's going on in Denver. Talk about what's going on in Colorado and where you are with them. They are fantastic people. I'm so glad that they were here. But until then, folks, Thursday, April 11th in Las Vegas. Look forward to seeing you there. That's all I got. Talk to you real soon.